History of Palestine, a land that has witnessed thousands of years of human civilization and countless struggles. The name Palestine comes from the Philistines, who migrated to the region around the 12th century BCE. Geographically, Palestine is generally described as the land bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the west, the Jordan River and the Dead Sea to the east, Syria to the north, and Egypt to the south. Thanks to its fertile lands, strategic location, and religious importance, this region has always attracted the attention of many peoples, empires, and states throughout history. Archaeological findings show that human presence in this land goes back nearly 14,000 years. From around 5000 BCE, Semitic tribes began settling the area. The earliest known inhabitants were the Amalekites, who are considered ancestors of the Arabs. Later, around 2000 BCE, other Semitic peoples such as the Canaanites, Phoenicians, and Arameans lived in the region. Because of this, the land came to be known as the land of Canaan. Canaan was an ancient region in the Near East inhabited by Semitic-speaking civilizations. The term appears throughout the Torah and refers to roughly the same area later known as Palestine. According to Jewish belief, this land was promised to the Israelites, who entered and settled it around 1500 BCE. The Canaanite language was closely related to other West Semitic languages, and Canaanites are mentioned in ancient Egyptian, Mesopotamian, and biblical texts. While the Quran refers to the Promised Land, it does not explicitly mention the name Canaan. Jerusalem is believed to have been founded by the Jebusites, a Canaanite tribe. In the 12th century BCE, the Philistines settled mainly around Gaza and eventually mixed with the local population. Around the same time, the Israelites, led by Moses, fleeing persecution in Egypt, arrived in the region. By the 11th century BCE, they established the first kingdom of Israel. The kingdom reached its golden age under David and his son Solomon. By the way, Talut mentioned in Islamic sources is known as Saul in Hebrew and is recognized as Israel's first king. Later, the kingdom split into two. Israel, destroyed by the Assyrians in 721 BCE. Judah, destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BCE. This period included the famous Babylonian exile, during which many Jews were deported. Under Persian rule, 6th to 4th centuries BCE, some Jews returned and rebuilt Solomon's temple and Jerusalem's walls. After Alexander the Great, the region fell under Hellenistic rule, first by the Ptolemies in Egypt and later by the Seleucids in Syria. Forced Hellenization policies caused unrest, leading to a short period of Jewish independence. In 63 BCE, however, Rome occupied Palestine. Roman and later Byzantine rule continued until the Muslim conquest. Before Islam, Jews were expelled again, and Jerusalem was rebuilt as a Roman city. After Emperor Constantine declared Christianity the official religion in 312 CE, Jerusalem became a major Christian center. With the rise of Islam, Jerusalem gained immense importance due to Al-Aqsa Mosque and the night journey, Isra and Mi'raj, of the Prophet Muhammad. The city was peacefully conquered during the caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab. Over centuries, Palestine came under the rule of many Muslim states, including the Umayyads, Abbasids, Fatimids, Seljuks, and others. In 1099, Crusaders captured Jerusalem, but Saladin reclaimed it in 1187 after the famous Battle of Hattin. Although Crusaders briefly returned, the Mamluks eventually expelled them completely. In 1516, Palestine became part of the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Selim I, and remained so for about 400 years until World War I. During Ottoman rule, people of different religions and ethnicities lived together relatively peacefully. Administratively, Palestine was divided into districts such as Jerusalem, Gaza, Nablus, and Safad. In the late 19th century, however, the rise of Zionism marked a turning point. At the First Zionist Congress in Basel, 1897, the goal of establishing a Jewish homeland in Palestine was openly declared. Jewish immigration increased rapidly. Sultan Abdul Hamid II rejected offers to sell land in Palestine and tried to limit Jewish settlement, while still allowing persecuted Jews to live in Ottoman lands. Despite these efforts, Zionist influence grew, and Arab nationalism also began to rise. During World War I, Palestine's fate was shaped by the Sykes-Picot Agreement and the Balfour Declaration, 1917, in which Britain promised support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. After the war, Britain established a mandate over Palestine, approved by the League of Nations. Zionist paramilitary groups such as Haganah, Irgun, and Stern carried out violent attacks, forcing many Palestinians from their homes. Palestinian resistance, led by figures like Izz ad-Din al-Qassam and Hajj Amin al-Husseini, remained fragmented. In 1947, the UN Partition Plan proposed dividing Palestine, granting Jews a disproportionate amount of land. Zionist leaders accepted the plan and began occupying territory. On May 15, 1948, Israel declared independence. Arab states declared war, but Western support turned the tide in Israel's favor. As a result, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced, creating one of the world's largest and longest-lasting refugee crises. From the 1950s onward, Palestinian resistance movements intensified. Fatah, founded by Yasser Arafat in 1958, became a major force. The Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, was established in 1964. After Israel's victory in the 1967 Six-Day War, it occupied even more land. The struggle continued through wars, uprisings, intifadas, peace efforts, and tragedies such as the Sabra and Shatila massacre, 1982. In 1988, Palestine declared independence in Algiers, gaining recognition from many countries. Friends, even today, Israel continues its illegal policies: settlement expansion, attacks on civilians, the blockade of Gaza, and violations against Al-Aqsa Mosque. What we are witnessing now is something we all follow with heartbreak and disbelief. I'll stop here for today. We all know what has happened since. We see it every day in the news. Sadly, we are watching a tragedy unfold before our eyes. That's all for now. See you in the next video. Take care and goodbye.